An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Now for context, because this video is being released at the exact same time as the Power Rangers Rita's Rewind video. Now in the Power Rangers Rita's Rewind video, it's unfortunately a depressing video for me because I don't recommend grabbing that one day one. It's, in my opinion, it was overpriced and all that kind of stuff, and it just fell short in the gaming department. Please check that video out for more info. However, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered, which launched the same day, is fantastic, and for a game that's 25 years old, it still holds up in the writing department, in the voice acting department. The game has amazing atmosphere. Aspyr have really done great work with Crystal Dynamics to bring these two games to life. I hope we get the Blood Omen games as well, and I hope that we also get Legacy of Kain Defiance, so we get all 5 of the Legacy of Kain games remastered, brought up and playable for everybody, because they are very good games. They're very Tomb Raider-esque, of course, because after Tomb Raider came out and was such a hit, a lot of other people tried to go down the route of moving blocks to get up to puzzles and all that kind of stuff. But here you're playing as Raziel, and the game is just great. They've put a lot of quality of life improvements in, with like a world map where you can also see your collectibles count, and it also tells you your next objective, which helps a ton, because when I originally played Soul Reaver 25 years ago, I didn't have a clue where to go, what to do. I was 11 at the time, but still, I really struggled. But here, it's so much better, and just playing it, I just have a smile on my face. The camera controls much better. You can actually move it around, which is absolutely incredible. The game looks great. The textures and models are vastly improved over the original. You can swap between them at will, but at the push of a button. It plays incredibly well, and the combat, although simplistic, with the new textures and stuff, it just looks a lot more brutal when you get to impale your enemies, or you can pick them up and throw them onto and impale them on the wall, or throw them into sunlight or into water or into a fire. All that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool and really neat, and especially with all the voice acting and the dialogue that gets spoken, it's really good. Like, very, very good. Is this game going to be for everybody just because it's been remastered and brought up? Absolutely not. The game is pretty much, both games are pretty much exactly the same as they were back then, just slightly improved. So don't expect any supremely modern tropes within these two games, which is, I suppose, a good thing in one way. Now, I am hoping for a new Legacy of Kain game to be created, because there was one on the horizon which would have been the 6th game, and it got cancelled, unfortunately. But hopefully we're seeing a resurgence of the Legacy of Kain series, because I've been championing this series to come back for a very long time. There's a few videos on my channel where I basically had just begged for these remasters, and I finally got them. I still, like I said, fingers crossed, hoping for Blood Omen and Blood Omen 2 and Defiance, but I will take Soul Reaver 1 and 2 all day, every day. I will be smashing these games this week, and couple that with, obviously, with Indiana Jones that come out this week as well. It's just a busy week for me, especially, so I'm gonna be preoccupied, but you know, what's better? I mean, I can't complain having too many games to play, that's for sure. But if you've never checked out Soul Reaver at all, now is the time. It is priced at $24.99 here in the UK for both games. I think that's a good price. I think it would have probably been better being $19.99, because although it's priced the same as the Tomb Raider trilogy, which Aspyr also did, the Tomb Raider trilogy remastered are again fantastic and phenomenal and stuff, but they were 3 games, or here is 2. But then you could argue that one of the 2 games is a PS2 game originally, so I suppose it works out. But regardless, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered I highly recommend, and definitely I think it's worth picking up, and hopefully Aspyr just keep smashing out these more single-player remasters, because I know that they ballsed up the Star Wars Battlefront games, and I get that. They're playable now and they're fine now, but they did the damage to that, unfortunately. But the next one they've got coming out is Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, coming out in January, and I'm really looking forward to that. And that's priced a lot more sensibly at around about 16 quid, so I'll take that all the live long day. And they've put quality of life improvements into that game. But I'll talk about that game more when that game comes out in January. But yes, please let me know down below what you think. I'm very happy that we got Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered, and I just, fingers crossed for more. But as always, thank you very much for watching.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning.